Hi everybody, I'm Joan Bauer, and I'm so happy to be able to talk to you today about my new book, Soar. Are you yourself a fan of baseball? And did you ever play? Soar, of course, is a book about baseball, and I am a great fan of baseball. My family's a fan of baseball, and so the answer to that is a very easy yes. Now, with regard to whether I played, I did play. I played in gym, and I played in recess and things like that. I was never on a school team, but I wasn't the best player. But I want to tell you about my greatest moment as a player playing baseball, and that's when I hit a home run. And I can still remember the crack of the bat against the ball and watching it fly over the outfielder's head, and I knew that I had it, and I froze there in triumph. Until somebody said, "Joan, you're supposed to run around the bases." Oh, right, I forgot that. So I ran around the bases to home plate, and oh my goodness, I was so excited. Number 2, what inspired you to write about somebody with a heart condition? Well, Jeremiah in Soar is a boy with a very weak heart, and yet it has made him strong. And I first learned about what this might be like for a young person from a very good friend of mine who had a terrible heart condition when she was younger. She couldn't run, and she always wondered what that would be like. And it wasn't until she was older, in her 20s, that she actually had a heart transplant. And after her recovery, and after the doctor said it was safe, she went outside, and she ran, and she ran, and she ran, until she couldn't run anymore. And when she told me that story, I thought, oh my gosh, I've got to write about a young person who experienced that. And so I created Jeremiah Lauper. What is your favorite Major League Baseball team and why? I have two. I grew up in the Chicago area, so I am forever and ever a Cubs fan. And when they won the World Series, I went out of my mind. But I also live in New York with my family, and we are very strongly attached to the New York Yankees. You've written many books for elementary, middle, and high school students. What is your favorite age group and why? I love the variety of writing for different ages, 10 and 12 and 16. But I must confess that I have a real heart for middle school. And I just love the way middle schoolers think. I love the fact that you're not teenagers yet, but you're not little kids either. And you can really tackle the big problems. And I love it when a middle schooler steps up to the plate and really finds their voice and makes a colossal difference in people's lives. That's what Jeremiah does in Soar. And the last question is, what advice can you offer young writers as they learn to improve their skills? Well, I could talk about this forever, but I promise I won't. But the first thing is that you really have to be a reader to be a good writer. And you're exposing yourself to all kinds of different stories and seeing how your favorite writers work through stories and create characters. That's the best thing that you can possibly do. And the second thing is very important. Write as often as you can. Write when you feel like it and write when you don't feel like it. And one of the great ways to do that is to invite a couple of people that you know who love writing the way you do and form a club. Meet every week, meet once a month, always have to have good food, but read your writing to each other and talk about each other's writings and grow together as writers. That is a wonderful way to get started. Thank you so much for listening, for caring about reading the way that you do, for caring about books. And this is me saying goodbye from Brooklyn, New York. Take care, everybody.